Hi guys. So if your answer to the question, tell me about your niche, it's something I ask everyone I get on the phone with. If your answer to that is all the dogs all the time, I know some things about you. You're probably in one of the three B's, which is boredom, burnout, or you've just become blasé with your business. So one of those three things are happening if you're ready to niche. Um, and what I specialize in is, the people that run up against this, they don't want a niche, but they're having a hard time scaling their business. That's when you really, really need to niche. You really need to nail this in order to scale your business. So if you don't know me, my name is Christy Malt. I'm a dog business coach that actually help people scale their business. So surprise. So a recap from last week. Last week we talked about hashtag nailing yourself. So this week I want to talk about hashtag nailing your niche. So last week when we talked about nailing yourself, getting really honest about what you want to do with your business and what you do best and who you do that best work for is super important before you even come into this arena of niche, because if that's not figured out, then you're going to have a hard time niching because you have no foundation there. So there are some people too that shouldn't be worried about a niche yet, and those are people that that want to do kind of the lower end, like just group classes, like community classes and stuff like that, or you're just starting out, or maybe sorry, I had to plug in my phone, or my thing was about to die. Or maybe you're already happy with your business, and so you don't need to really worry about a niche, but you should be worried about a niche if you're trying to create a higher end experience for your clients, or if you're trying to scale your business in any way, or if you're already burnt out and bored. You really need a niche if you're going to continue to scale and move forward in your business and not just stay stagnant like that. So we have your basic stuff, which I talked to everyone about. So your basic niche is like the demographics, like the age, the location, the gender, income, all that stuff. And then you have like your psychographics, like the buyer personas, their buying habits, what do they watch, what do they read, kind of stuff. That's kind of like your psychographic. So this is not for, going back to that too, it's not for people just starting out. People just starting out, you guys need to get your hands on as many dogs as possible, whether that's training or walking. And you also need to experience these different the client personas as well. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer in there as well. So if you've got your demo and psychographics squared away, and you know that in order to reach that person, maybe they enjoy, like one of mine, they enjoy like The Big Lebowski or Office Space or something like that. That's part of my niche. That's part of my messaging when I market as well. And that's why it's so important to know this stuff, so you can bring that stuff in, so you can call them people to you. So a lot of dog professionals that I talk to, when we start to talk about niche, it instantly goes to like the dogs. And that's not, the dog is really a subset of your niche when you're talking about your business. What we really need to be talking about is humans. So the dog is a part of that. Like, yeah, if you don't want to work with aggressive dogs, then marketing or using your platforms to like market aggression is not going to bring you what you want. It's not, it's the exact opposite. That's going to keep you stuck in that stagnant place that you're in right now, which is why you're watching this to learn about niche. So in order to scale that, you have to let go. And it seems so counterintuitive when you're trying to scale your business. And now we're like, taking all these things out, especially if you're used to doing all the dogs all the time. It seems it's hard for a lot of people. They feel like they don't want to like neglect their previous clients, or they don't want to say no to certain people, which is all work throughable with the processes, but if you keep, it's like that definition of insanity, you keep doing the same things, you're going to get the same results kind of thing. So niching is really hard for a lot of people. They don't want to narrow it down. But if you're over 5 years in your business, you should be ready to scale. You should have all the knowledge well, not all the knowledge you need, but you should have a really good experience with a lot of different dogs and a lot of different situations, but more importantly, the humans. So the human niche is really where we need to focus in on, because spoiler alert, dogs do not have opposable thumbs. Dogs cannot give you their credit card. So we're talking to the people when we're talking about this. So like I said, dogs are a subset. We're focusing in on the people. So to give you an exercise, it's one of my favorite things to do. And niche isn't something that's like forever. I mean, you're not going to get married to your niche, right? So this is something that changes. So I redo my niche like quarterly. So, and that's just to keep my brain going and my brain moving in that forward, upward position. So my favorite thing to do with my clients, we make a hit list and a shit list. So you can, hey Brenda, how are you? So the hit list and the shit list, I'll share some of mine, and then I'll share you a revelation one of my clients just had when we did her meeting for the month. So like stuff on my hit list is like they have to be okay with swearing, because it comes out, I cuss sometimes like a sailor, truck driver, and I'm not going to change that. So they have to be okay with that. They have to be like over 5 years in their business, because that's when they are going to be positioned to scale. They have to be coachable. That's a big one on my hit list. And they have to be action takers. Like a lot of people in business, like they just want information and they don't want to act on anything. And I don't want to work with those people that need, a week to make a decision. It's not how I work. It's not who I like working for. So some things on my shit list are, if people are easily offended, you're not my people. If you're just starting out in your business, like I can help you with some things, but it's not really, that's not really like my heart. I excel at helping people scale. So know-it-alls, I don't want to work with know-it-alls. They drive me nuts. They always have. So, and then people like the shit list part of it is like people that don't like making decisions, or they're like, oh, I got to ask this person. Let me consult my crystals. Let me, ask a tarot card or whatever. Like, no, I can't handle it. I'm very much action focused. So that shit drives me crazy. So there's some things on and I want you to make yours as well. What's on your hit list and what's on your shit list, because it's going to make a big difference. I actually, when I'm on a sales call, I keep it up right by my computer, so that when somebody does something or says something weird, I'm like, and I have a lot of hit lists. I have a lot of things on my shit list, actually. My hit list is relatively small. My shit list is pretty big. So I'm like, okay, we're not going to be a good fit. And it doesn't have to be a thing. I don't have to be, back and forth with it. And like, oh, maybe they'll be fine. And excuse me, let me turn this off. So it's all right there for me, and I don't have to question myself over it. I don't have to like, oh, maybe, maybe this will work. I might ask a probing question around it. But like for know-it-alls, like let's say you guys are all dog professionals. So by know-it-alls, I mean, like if you're on the phone with somebody and they're, they say something just like, oh, I know how to do that already, or something like that. I'm okay, well, yeah, how's that working out for you? It depends on how they answer that as to whether I'm going to say we're a good fit or not. So I want you to make this for yourself and put it wherever you're making your calls, your sales calls, put that somewhere that you can see it, so it doesn't become, you don't get in your head about it. Just like, okay, that's on the shit list. I know I don't want to work with that, so we're not going to be a good fit. You can end the call. You can go, walk your dog, do whatever you have to do with the rest of the time. And it's not personal. You don't have to dwell on it. one of my clients that we actually just got off the phone, um, one of the things on her shit list was couch potatoes. She doesn't want to work with couch potatoes. Yet she was marketing, or like all her messaging was geared towards people that just wanted it done for them. So I'm not saying that people want done for you services are all couch potatoes, but there's going to be a disconnect there for her. Her hit list was outdoorsy people that she could go hiking with. And couch potatoes wasn't one of them. So like just seeing it laid out there for her, we changed her messaging. We changed those couple of words, boom. Like she's really happy with it. And I think that she's going to start to bring in people that resonate a lot more with her. So that is what I have for you today. I have to get going because it is my birthday month. And that's why I wasn't on. I meant to do this earlier this week, but my birthday was Tuesday. So, I got distracted and I have a whole birthday month to do now. So I'm going to let you guys go. I kept this short intentionally, but let me know what you guys think about this hit list, shit list kind of thing. And let me know kind of what comes up for you with that. Are you marketing and talking to people who are really on your shit list? And this is all related to scaling. This is all related to your niche as well. Like if you have these things squared away, then it doesn't have to be an emotional decision. So, all right, guys, you guys have a good one. I will see you next week. And let me know if you need anything. All right, bye, guys.